The world of hip-hop was shaken recently as 50 Cent broke his silence on the Chicago rap scene, leaving fans stunned with comments that nobody saw coming. In a public statement, 50 Cent addressed ongoing controversies, rivalries, and the state of the Chicago rap community. But what grabbed headlines was his mention of King Von, a name that immediately caught the attention of social media and fans worldwide. According to insiders, 50 Cent's remarks were direct, unfiltered, and carried the weight of his experience in the rap industry, making it clear that he was not holding back. The statement quickly went viral, with clips circulating across Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, sparking endless debates about his intentions, timing, and the surprising inclusion of Von's name in the discussion. Fans dissected every word, trying to decode the meaning behind his comments, while analysts weighed in on the implications for Chicago rap and the ongoing legacy of its fallen stars. What made the statement particularly striking was how unexpected the mention of King Von was. While 50 Cent has long been respected as a veteran with insight into the rap industry, few anticipated that he would publicly address the legacy of a rising Chicago star in such a blunt and direct manner. According to sources close to the rapper, the decision to bring up Von was deliberate, meant to highlight certain truths about loyalty, respect, and the dynamics within the Chicago rap scene. Social media exploded almost instantly, with fans expressing shock, admiration, and concern, some praising 50 Cent for speaking openly, while others questioned whether the comments would stir more tension or controversy. The statement also sparked a renewed conversation about Chicago rap's current climate, the rivalries that define the scene, and the challenges artists face in navigating fame, street credibility, and public perception. Analysts and fans alike began speculating about the context behind 50 Cent's comments, connecting dots between past incidents, ongoing feuds, and the impact of King Von's legacy. Social media timelines were flooded with reaction videos, comment threads, and debates, each trying to break down what 50 Cent's words meant for the industry, fans, and artists who remain active in the scene today. According to insiders, 50 Cent's tone carried both warning and respect, signaling that while he acknowledges the current landscape of Chicago rap, he also expects accountability, loyalty, and awareness of the weight that names like King Von carry. Fans quickly picked up on the layered messaging, debating whether the statement was a critique, a caution, or a reflection of personal experience in the industry. Many speculated that this revelation could reignite conversations about past feuds, unsolved conflicts, and the ongoing influence of fallen Chicago artists in shaping the current rap environment. In just minutes, the statement became a viral moment that no fan or commentator could ignore. From Twitter discussions to YouTube analysis, the inclusion of King Von's name turned what might have been a routine commentary on the Chicago scene into a headline-grabbing revelation. Fans were left questioning the motives, interpreting the message, and predicting what the fallout might mean for both 50 Cent's influence and the legacy of Chicago rap. This unexpected public acknowledgement of King Von set social media ablaze, proving once again that when 50 Cent speaks, the industry listens, and that his words can spark conversations that ripple across the entire hip-hop community. The shockwaves from 50 Cent's recent commentary on the Chicago rap scene reverberated across the music industry as fans scrambled to process his unexpected statements. During a live discussion, 50 Cent addressed rivalries, loyalty, and the state of Chicago rap. But what instantly grabbed attention was his mention of King Von, a name that many did not anticipate. According to sources close to the rapper, the decision to bring up Von was deliberate, a move designed to acknowledge the legacy of the late Chicago artist while also sending a pointed message about respect and accountability within the industry. As soon as the segment aired, clips began circulating on social media platforms, sparking debates, speculation, and countless reaction videos that quickly dominated online discussions. Fans and commentators alike attempted to interpret 50 Cent's tone, intention, and the implications of his words, fueling what has become one of the most talked about moments in hip-hop in recent weeks. From the very start, it was clear that 50 Cent was unfiltered and deliberate in his approach. Sources suggest that he wanted to address the Chicago rap scene with authority, speaking from his experience as a veteran in the music industry while acknowledging the challenges faced by rising stars. By bringing up King Von, 50 Cent highlighted the lasting impact of artists who have passed, emphasizing that their legacies continue to influence the scene in ways that demand respect. Fans immediately noticed the nuance in his message, that while the Chicago rap community has evolved, the influence of its past artists still shapes current rivalries, alliances, and reputations. The public reaction was swift, with social media timelines flooded with clips, screenshots, and commentary dissecting each of 50 Cent's statements. The unexpected mention of King Von became the focal point of the discussion. While 50 Cent has previously weighed in on other regional rap scenes and artists, few anticipated that he would publicly address Von, whose death remains a sensitive subject for fans and peers alike. Insiders indicate that the reference was carefully considered, meant to underscore the importance of loyalty and awareness in the Chicago rap environment. Social media erupted almost instantly, with fans expressing shock, admiration, and even concern over the implications of his commentary. Analysts debated whether 50 Cent's remarks were intended as a critique, a cautionary note, or simply an acknowledgement of Von's enduring influence. This unpredictable combination of respect and bluntness amplified the virality of the moment. Throughout the day, social media became the battleground for analysis and speculation. Twitter threads, Instagram posts, and TikTok reaction videos dissected every aspect of 50 Cent's statement, from the tone of his delivery to the context surrounding his mention of Von. Fans discussed the broader implications for the Chicago rap scene, connecting dots between past rivalries, ongoing feuds, and the influence of key artists who have shaped the current landscape. Sources indicate that even artists within the community were closely monitoring reactions, aware that 50 Cent's words carried weight and could affect alliances, perception, and reputations in unexpected ways. The conversation became less about a single statement and more about what it revealed regarding power, influence, and respect within the Chicago rap hierarchy. Inside the industry, sources suggest that 50 Cent's commentary was taken seriously by both peers and insiders. His reputation as a veteran capable of shaping narratives means that his opinions often ripple across the community, influencing both fans and artists. By referencing King Von, 50 Cent highlighted not only the legacy of a fallen star but also the ongoing responsibility that active artists have to honor those who paved the way and to remain mindful of the culture's history. Analysts noted that this acknowledgement could encourage dialogue about loyalty, credibility, and respect, core values in a scene often defined by rivalry and competition. For many, the statement served as both a warning and a reminder. Even in a fast-moving industry, history, legacy, and accountability cannot be ignored. Fan engagement continued to escalate throughout the afternoon. Social media timelines were flooded with debate, with some praising 50 Cent for speaking openly about issues that are often left unaddressed, while others questioned whether mentioning King Von publicly was appropriate or potentially inflammatory. Reaction videos dissected each pause, gesture, and tone in the live discussion, amplifying interpretations and giving rise to speculation about underlying rivalries and possible industry implications. The viral nature of the commentary created a ripple effect, making the conversation about King Von and Chicago rap a trending topic across multiple platforms. Sources indicate that 50 Cent's team was likely aware of the viral potential, using the opportunity to reinforce his influence and authority while shaping a conversation that resonates with both longtime fans and new audiences. As evening approached, the discussion began to shift from mere shock at the mention of King Von to analysis of what 50 Cent's broader message meant for the Chicago rap scene. Analysts debated the meaning behind his words, exploring whether he was commenting on the state of loyalty, cautioning newer artists, or simply acknowledging the lasting impact of artists who have passed. Sources suggest that 50 Cent's experience and credibility allow him to address sensitive subjects with authority, making his statements a mix of insight, warning, and cultural observation. Fans began framing the conversation around respect, mentorship, and the responsibilities of artists within the rap community, highlighting how one statement can spark deeper reflection on legacy and influence. By the end of the day, it was clear that 50 Cent's commentary had become more than just a viral moment. It had turned into a defining discussion about Chicago rap, loyalty, and legacy. Sources indicate that his deliberate mention of King Von had shifted the narrative from gossip to reflection, encouraging fans and artists alike to consider the weight of history, respect, and accountability in the music industry. Social media buzzed with debate, discussion, and analysis, and it became evident that 50 Cent's words would continue to influence public perception of Chicago rap for days to come. Ultimately, the first day following 50 Cent's statement established the tone for a multi-layered discussion about the Chicago rap scene. By bringing King Von into the conversation, he reminded the world that legacies endure, respect matters, and that artists, whether living or deceased, leave a mark that continues to influence the culture. Fans and analysts alike were left contemplating the broader implications, eager to see how the conversation would unfold in the coming days, and recognizing that when 50 Cent speaks, the industry listens. The second day following 50 Cent's explosive comments on the Chicago rap scene was marked by intense analysis, heated debate, and an ever-growing wave of social media reaction. According to sources close to the rapper, 50 Cent spent the day reflecting on the massive attention his statements had garnered, particularly the unexpected mention of King Von. While fans were quick to dissect every nuance, insiders suggest that 50 Cent remained calm and deliberate, understanding that this viral moment was as much about controlling narrative as it was about sharing his perspective. His mention of Von was no accident. It served as a deliberate acknowledgement of the late rapper's influence while also highlighting issues of loyalty, respect, and authenticity within Chicago's hip-hop community. By bringing Von into the conversation, 50 Cent effectively forced fans, artists, and industry insiders to grapple with questions about legacy and accountability. Inside his camp, the focus on day 2 was strategic. Advisors, managers, and mentors worked closely with 50 Cent to assess the ripple effects of his statements. Sources indicate that the discussions covered every possible angle: social media interpretation, fan backlash, potential responses from Chicago-based artists, and how to maintain authority without escalating tensions unnecessarily. 50 Cent reportedly participated actively, weighing the cultural implications of his words while considering how they might influence relationships and reputation within the rap industry. His experience in managing public controversies gave him a clear advantage, allowing him to treat the situation as both a conversation starter and a teaching moment about respect and responsibility in hip-hop. Social media, as expected, dominated the conversation throughout the day. Fans, content creators, and analysts broke down the live discussion in meticulous detail. Every inflection in 50 Cent's voice, every pause, and the exact phrasing of his statements were examined repeatedly in reaction videos, memes, and discussion threads. The mention of King Von became the primary talking point, with thousands of posts debating what 50 Cent's acknowledgement meant, whether it was a warning to current artists, a critique of loyalty within the Chicago scene, or simply an affirmation of Von's lasting influence. According to insiders, 50 Cent's team was closely monitoring these discussions, identifying which narratives to amplify and which to ignore, ensuring that the message remained focused on respect, credibility, and authority rather than unnecessary drama. By midday, 50 Cent reportedly began proactively engaging with media outlets and select interview opportunities to further clarify his position. Sources indicate that his approach was intentional. Rather than sparking conflict, he focused on reinforcing professionalism, credibility, and insight. Through measured statements, 50 Cent emphasized the importance of loyalty, the enduring impact of influential artists like King Von, and the responsibility younger rappers carry in maintaining respect within the scene. Social media posts mirrored this strategy, subtly redirecting attention from sensationalism toward discussion about legacy, influence, and ethical responsibility in hip-hop. This methodical approach allowed him to remain in control of the narrative, demonstrating that viral statements can be leveraged strategically to build authority rather than create chaos. The second day also revealed how deeply the conversation about 50 Cent's comments had penetrated the hip-hop community. Chicago artists, fans, and industry observers weighed in, offering their interpretations, critiques, and praise. Analysts debated whether 50 Cent's statements were a reflection of his personal experience, a critique of modern trends in Chicago rap, or a commentary on the unresolved tensions and rivalries that continue to shape the city's hip-hop landscape. According to insiders, the strategic acknowledgement of King Von not only drew attention to his influence, but also implicitly reminded the community that legacies in Chicago rap are both fragile and powerful, and that respect must be maintained even after an artist's passing. Throughout the afternoon, internal coordination within 50 Cent's team remained intense. Every social media post, public statement, and interview snippet was reviewed for tone, timing, and potential impact. Sources indicate that 50 Cent and his advisors aim to ensure that his messaging reinforced authority and credibility while minimizing the risk of inflaming existing rivalries. By carefully controlling how his words were interpreted and strategically responding to public reaction, 50 Cent demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of media dynamics and influence, showing that public figures can guide the conversation even in highly volatile situations. Fans and commentators gradually began to shift their focus from the initial shock of the King Von mention to a deeper appreciation for the broader points 50 Cent was making about loyalty, legacy, and responsibility. Social media discussions increasingly emphasized the significance of Von's influence on younger Chicago artists, the importance of acknowledging history, and the necessity of maintaining respect within the scene. Sources suggest that this shift reflected 50 Cent's strategic influence, as his messaging subtly guided the conversation from a sensational viral moment to a discussion of culture, ethics, and leadership in hip-hop. By evening, the impact of 50 Cent's measured and proactive approach was becoming evident. Analysts noted that the public narrative was evolving. Rather than focusing solely on the unexpected mention of King Von, discussions were centering around respect, accountability, and the weight of legacy within the Chicago rap community. Sources indicate that 50 Cent's team considered this a major success, demonstrating that his ability to strategically manage public perception could turn a potentially controversial statement into a platform for influence, education, and credibility. The second day ultimately demonstrated the power of experience and strategic communication in high-profile situations. 50 Cent had taken a potentially explosive moment, a viral statement about Chicago rap and King Von, and leveraged it to shape the conversation on his terms. By remaining calm, focused, and deliberate, he ensured that the discussion remained meaningful, constructive, and influential rather than devolving into chaos. Fans and analysts alike began to recognize his skill not only as an artist but also as a figure capable of guiding culture and narrative within the music industry. By the end of day two, it was clear that 50 Cent had successfully navigated the initial shockwave of his statement. Sources indicate that the viral mention of King Von, instead of creating division or backlash, had become an opportunity to spark reflection and dialogue about loyalty, legacy, and responsibility within Chicago rap. Fans and commentators were left contemplating the broader implications, anticipating the next phase of discussion, and acknowledging that when 50 Cent speaks, his words resonate far beyond the moment, shaping perception, conversation, and influence across the entire hip-hop community. The third day following 50 Cent's bold commentary on the Chicago rap scene marked a turning point in the conversation surrounding his unexpected mention of King Von. According to insiders, the rapper spent the morning reflecting on the responses from both fans and industry peers, recognizing that the viral nature of his statements had elevated the discussion far beyond casual speculation. Social media remained ablaze with clips, reactions, and commentary, and analysts debated the meaning behind every word he had spoken. The mention of King Von, in particular, became the focal point, sparking conversations about loyalty, respect, and the responsibility that established artists have toward emerging talent in Chicago. For 50 Cent, the moment represented more than just commentary. It was an opportunity to assert authority and influence the culture of the scene in a deliberate and meaningful way. From the start of the day, his team emphasized strategy. Sources indicate that managers, advisors, and trusted collaborators convened to plan 50 Cent's approach to ongoing media attention and public discussion. Each response, interview snippet, or social media post was carefully considered for tone, timing, and impact. 50 Cent reportedly played an active role in these sessions, providing insight into his perspective while weighing how to maintain credibility, authority, and influence without escalating tensions unnecessarily. The team recognized that his mention of King Von carried a double weight, honoring the legacy of a fallen star while also sending a clear message about accountability and respect within the Chicago rap community. As the day progressed, the ripple effect of 50 Cent's statements became increasingly apparent. Fans dissected his delivery, body language, and word choice, creating an endless stream of analysis across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Memes, reaction videos, and discussion threads proliferated, amplifying every nuance of the conversation. Analysts debated whether 50 Cent was issuing a subtle warning to contemporary Chicago rappers, offering a critique of the current scene, or simply acknowledging the influence of King Von. Sources suggest that his team monitored the evolving discussion carefully, identifying narratives that could reinforce his intended message of respect, legacy, and accountability while avoiding engagement with speculation that might detract from the central focus. By midday, 50 Cent reportedly began a series of selective media interactions designed to clarify his position and expand upon the themes he had introduced. According to insiders, his approach was deliberate. He avoided confrontation while emphasizing professionalism, loyalty, and the influence of fallen artists on current and future generations. The messaging was consistent across platforms, highlighting Von's impact, the importance of legacy, and the responsibilities that come with visibility in the music industry. Social media posts, interviews, and commentaries reinforced this narrative, subtly guiding public perception toward reflection and discussion rather than sensationalism or conflict. The conversation sparked by 50 Cent's comments also prompted introspection within the Chicago rap community itself. Artists, managers, and fans analyzed how loyalty, respect, and influence intersected with competition, fame, and rivalry. Sources indicate that 50 Cent's reference to King Von was interpreted by many as a reminder that the impact of past artists continues to shape the current scene, and that failure to recognize this can lead to criticism, diminished credibility, or public backlash. By framing his commentary around legacy and accountability, 50 Cent ensured that the discussion transcended mere controversy, becoming a broader cultural reflection on influence, mentorship, and responsibility in hip-hop. Throughout the afternoon, internal coordination remained a priority. 50 Cent and his advisors carefully reviewed every social media post, public statement, and interview snippet to maintain consistency and avoid misinterpretation. Sources indicate that the goal was to solidify his authority while guiding the narrative toward reflection, respect, and professional insight. By controlling the messaging, 50 Cent was able to maintain credibility, influence public discussion, and ensure that the viral moment did not spiral into misrepresentation or unnecessary conflict. The careful orchestration of these communications reinforced his stature as not only a veteran artist but also a cultural authority capable of shaping conversations and perceptions in the rap industry. Fan engagement throughout the day reflected a gradual shift in focus. Initially centered on shock and curiosity about the unexpected mention of King Von, the discussion began to evolve into an examination of the broader themes 50 Cent had highlighted: respect, loyalty, legacy, and accountability. Social media conversations increasingly emphasized Von's influence on emerging artists and the responsibilities of established figures within the community. Analysts and commentators praised 50 Cent's ability to elevate the discussion beyond sensationalism, turning what could have been a fleeting viral moment into a meaningful dialogue about the culture and ethics of Chicago rap. By evening, the impact of 50 Cent's strategic handling was clear. Fans and commentators alike recognized his ability to navigate a viral moment with poise, turning attention from controversy to reflection and insight. Sources suggest that the narrative had shifted, emphasizing his authority and credibility while reinforcing the importance of respect and legacy in the Chicago rap scene. 50 Cent's carefully measured responses demonstrated that public statements, when executed with intent and strategy, can shape perception, influence discussion, and elevate dialogue beyond initial shock value. Ultimately, the third day reinforced the significance of strategic communication and influence in the hip-hop industry. By carefully balancing acknowledgement of King Von's legacy with commentary on accountability and respect, 50 Cent turned what might have been a sensational headline into a conversation about professionalism, mentorship, and influence in Chicago rap. Fans, analysts, and artists began to recognize that his words were not just commentary. They were guidance, reflection, and a challenge to the community to consider the responsibilities that come with visibility and power. By the close of the day, it was clear that 50 Cent had successfully maintained authority over the narrative. His acknowledgement of King Von became a touchstone for discussions about legacy, respect, and the responsibilities of artists in Chicago, demonstrating his ability to navigate high-pressure situations and influence public perception with precision. Fans and insiders alike were left anticipating the next phase of the discussion, aware that when 50 Cent speaks, his words carry weight, shape narratives, and leave a lasting impact on the culture of hip-hop. The fourth day following 50 Cent's explosive commentary on the Chicago rap scene was marked by heightened scrutiny and continued debate, as the viral nature of his statement showed no signs of slowing down. Sources indicate that 50 Cent began the morning by reviewing the widespread reactions to his previous comments, particularly the unexpected mention of King Von. Social media platforms were overflowing with clips, commentary threads, reaction videos, and memes, each dissecting his tone, phrasing, and intentions. Analysts debated whether the remarks were a critique of current Chicago rappers, a reflection on the state of loyalty in the scene, or simply an acknowledgement of Von's enduring influence. According to insiders, 50 Cent remained calm and measured throughout the day, understanding that this viral moment was an opportunity to assert authority and guide the narrative, rather than engage in unnecessary conflict or sensationalism. Inside his camp, strategic planning was a constant focus. Managers, advisors, and trusted collaborators worked alongside 50 Cent to craft responses that would reinforce his credibility, authority, and influence while minimizing the risk of inflaming tensions within the Chicago rap community. Sources suggest that detailed discussions were held about how to handle media interviews, social media engagement, and public commentary. 50 Cent reportedly emphasized authenticity while remaining deliberate, ensuring that every statement reflected both his perspective and his experience as a veteran of the music industry. The inclusion of King Von's name in his remarks was considered a pivotal moment, one that carried weight not just in terms of public attention, but also in signaling respect for the legacy of fallen artists and the responsibilities of active musicians. Social media continued to dominate the conversation throughout the morning and midday. Fans, content creators, and analysts dissected every nuance of 50 Cent statements, analyzing body language, inflection, and phrasing to decode meaning. Reaction videos proliferated across platforms, each offering interpretations that range from admiration to criticism. The mention of King Von remained the central talking point, with discussions touching on loyalty, street credibility, mentorship, and the influence of past artists on the current Chicago rap landscape. Sources indicate that 50 Cent's team monitored these reactions closely, identifying trends and narratives that could be leveraged to reinforce his intended message while steering attention away from distractions or misinterpretations. By midday, 50 Cent reportedly engaged in selective media appearances to expand on his initial comments. According to insiders, his approach was highly intentional. Rather than escalating conflict, he emphasized themes of respect, mentorship, and accountability. Interviews focused on Von's lasting influence on Chicago rap and the responsibility that artists carry when navigating fame, loyalty, and public scrutiny. Social media posts mirrored this strategy, highlighting achievements, career milestones, and industry insight while subtly reinforcing the values he had underscored in his initial commentary. This methodical approach allowed him to maintain control over the conversation and project authority, ensuring that the viral moment became a platform for thoughtful discussion rather than mere sensationalism. The conversations surrounding 50 Cent's comments began to influence the Chicago rap community directly. Sources indicate that artists, managers, and industry insiders were closely watching reactions, evaluating the potential implications for alliances, rivalries, and reputations. Analysts observed that 50 Cent's acknowledgement of King Von served as a reminder of the weight that legacies carry and the importance of respect in maintaining credibility within the scene. The commentary prompted discussions about mentorship, the responsibilities of established artists, and the role that deceased artists play in shaping the direction of the community. By framing the discussion in these terms, 50 Cent elevated the conversation from viral drama to cultural reflection, emphasizing values that extend beyond immediate feuds or competition. Internal coordination within 50 Cent's camp remained intense throughout the afternoon. Every interview, social media interaction, and public statement was reviewed for consistency, tone, and alignment with the overarching strategy. Sources suggest that 50 Cent's approach was to maintain authority while controlling the narrative, demonstrating both influence and thoughtfulness. By ensuring that messaging was deliberate and coordinated, he minimized the risk of misinterpretation or backlash while reinforcing his reputation as a respected veteran capable of shaping cultural discourse in the hip-hop community. As the day progressed, fans and commentators began to shift their focus from shock over the unexpected mention of King Von to a deeper consideration of the broader implications of 50 Cent's message. Discussions increasingly centered on themes of respect, legacy, loyalty, and responsibility within Chicago rap. Social media timelines were filled with debates about mentorship, cultural influence, and the ways in which past artists continue to shape current trends and behavior. Analysts highlighted 50 Cent's skill in turning a potentially volatile viral moment into a meaningful conversation about ethics, influence, and cultural awareness in hip-hop. By evening, the strategic impact of 50 Cent's statements became clear. Fans and commentators recognized that his measured, deliberate approach had successfully redirected attention from mere shock value to reflection and analysis. Sources indicate that the narrative had begun to emphasize his authority, credibility, and insight, rather than the initial sensationalism. The viral conversation about King Von evolved into a broader discussion about the responsibilities artists have to honor the legacies of those who came before them while navigating complex social and professional dynamics within the scene. Ultimately, the fourth day demonstrated the power of intentional, strategic communication in shaping public perception. 50 Cent's acknowledgement of King Von and commentary on the Chicago rap scene illustrated that even in high-pressure situations, a measured approach could transform controversy into influence. Fans, analysts, and artists alike began to recognize that his words were not merely commentary. They were a call to reflection, accountability, and respect. By the close of the day, 50 Cent had successfully guided the conversation toward cultural insight, reinforcing his role as both an authority in hip-hop and a strategic influencer capable of controlling narrative under intense scrutiny. By nightfall, it was clear that the fourth day had solidified 50 Cent's narrative control. The viral moment, which initially seemed like a potential source of conflict or backlash, had instead become a platform for thoughtful discussion about loyalty, legacy, and responsibility in the Chicago rap community. Fans and insiders acknowledged the depth of his insight, appreciating how a single statement could spark meaningful reflection and influence perceptions across the industry, proving once again that when 50 Cent speaks, the conversation listens. The fifth day following 50 Cent's explosive comments about the Chicago rap scene marked the culmination of a week-long wave of discussions, analysis, and reactions. Sources indicate that 50 Cent began the day fully aware of the impact his statements had created, particularly the unexpected mention of King Von, whose legacy continues to resonate throughout the city and the broader hip-hop community. Unlike the first days, which were dominated by initial shock and speculation, Day 5 focused on consolidating the narrative, reinforcing 50 Cent's authority, and ensuring that the conversation shifted from sensationalism to reflection, insight, and influence. The rapper reportedly approached the day with a strategic mindset, fully aware that the lasting perception of his commentary would be shaped by how he responded to the ongoing dialogue. Throughout the morning, 50 Cent's team emphasized the importance of internal coordination and consistent messaging. Advisors, managers, and industry mentors reportedly convened to review interviews, social media engagement, and public reactions from the previous days. Sources suggest that each interaction, whether online or in the media, was carefully curated to ensure that 50 Cent's messaging remained authoritative, respectful, and insightful. The focus was on consolidating his role as both a cultural influencer and a mentor figure in the music industry, emphasizing that his acknowledgement of King Von was a calculated decision designed to highlight the importance of legacy, accountability, and respect in Chicago rap. Social media remained the epicenter of conversation throughout the day. Fans, content creators, and analysts dissected 50 Cent statements, replaying viral clips and analyzing his tone, phrasing, and expressions. According to insiders, the mention of King Von continued to dominate the discussion, but the narrative was gradually evolving. Rather than focusing solely on shock value, fans and commentators began to emphasize the broader themes of loyalty, mentorship, and the responsibility of artists to uphold respect for those who paved the way. 50 Cent's team reportedly monitored these discussions closely, identifying opportunities to reinforce positive narratives and ensure that public attention remained focused on influence, credibility, and insight. By midday, 50 Cent actively engaged in media appearances to clarify and expand on his initial commentary. Sources indicate that he emphasized professionalism, accountability, and the ongoing influence of past artists on the Chicago rap scene. Rather than issuing confrontational remarks, his statements were carefully structured to highlight the lessons and responsibilities that current and emerging artists must navigate. Social media posts mirrored this approach, showcasing achievements, cultural impact, and strategic commentary while subtly reinforcing the central message of respect, loyalty, and legacy. This deliberate engagement allowed 50 Cent to maintain narrative control while guiding the conversation toward constructive reflection rather than chaos or controversy. The discussion surrounding 50 Cent's comments also prompted introspection within the Chicago rap community. According to sources, artists, managers, and fans began reflecting on the importance of legacy, mentorship, and accountability, realizing that Von's influence extended beyond music to the culture and expectations within the scene. Analysts observed that the acknowledgement of King Von by a veteran like 50 Cent served as a reminder that respect for predecessors and thoughtful navigation of the current landscape are vital for maintaining credibility. The conversation shifted from a viral controversy to a cultural dialogue, with 50 Cent positioned as both a commentator and a guiding presence in the discourse surrounding Chicago rap. Throughout the afternoon, internal coordination and strategic messaging remained paramount. 50 Cent and his team meticulously reviewed interviews, posts, and reactions to ensure that messaging was consistent and aligned with his broader objectives. Sources indicate that his goal was to consolidate authority, reinforce credibility, and guide public perception in a way that emphasized insight and professionalism rather than sensationalism. Every action, from social media engagement to interviews, was deliberately crafted to demonstrate poise, thoughtfulness, and command over the narrative. By maintaining this discipline, 50 Cent minimized the risk of misinterpretation or backlash, further solidifying his status as a respected figure in the industry. Fan engagement during the late afternoon and evening reflected the success of this strategy. Conversations shifted from curiosity and speculation about the mention of King Von to discussions about leadership, accountability, and the broader lessons embedded in 50 Cent's commentary. Analysts and fans praised the rapper for turning a potentially volatile situation into a platform for reflection and cultural insight. Social media buzz highlighted respect for 50 Cent's experience, his understanding of industry dynamics, and his ability to navigate high-pressure situations with authority. By carefully managing the discussion, he successfully redirected the narrative toward thoughtfulness and influence rather than conflict or controversy. By evening, the results of 50 Cent's strategic handling of the situation were clear. Sources suggest that the viral commentary had evolved into a broader cultural conversation about respect, loyalty, and legacy within Chicago rap. His acknowledgement of King Von was no longer seen merely as a shocking statement, but as a purposeful reminder of the responsibilities that come with influence and visibility in the hip-hop community. Fans, analysts, and industry peers increasingly recognized 50 Cent's ability to guide discussion, shape perception, and elevate dialogue, transforming a potentially sensational moment into a lesson in professionalism, authority, and cultural leadership. The fifth day ultimately demonstrated the power of measured, deliberate communication in shaping public perception. By addressing sensitive topics with insight, reinforcing legacy, and maintaining control over the narrative, 50 Cent transformed what could have been a fleeting viral moment into a defining statement of authority and influence. His careful acknowledgement of King Von highlighted the enduring impact of past artists and emphasized the importance of respect, accountability, and mentorship within the Chicago rap scene. By the close of the day, 50 Cent had solidified his position as a guiding voice in the conversation surrounding Chicago rap. The viral mention of King Von had been transformed into a meaningful discussion about legacy, responsibility, and influence. Fans and analysts alike recognized his ability to navigate scrutiny with poise and strategy, reinforcing that when 50 Cent speaks, his words resonate, shape culture, and leave a lasting impact on both the industry and the community. The way 50 Cent handled his comments about Chicago rap and the unexpected mention of King Von is a masterclass in influence, strategy, and credibility. Rather than letting the moment spiral into chaos or sensationalism, he carefully guided the conversation, highlighting loyalty, respect, and the responsibility that comes with visibility in the hip-hop community. Fans, analysts, and industry insiders alike took notice, recognizing that his words weren't just commentary. They were a lesson in leadership, mentorship, and cultural awareness. This moment is a reminder that in the music industry and in life, how you navigate challenges and public scrutiny can define your reputation as much as your achievements. 50 Cent turned a potentially controversial statement into a platform for reflection, insight, and influence, proving that experience, strategy, and poise can transform viral moments into lasting impact. Watch closely, learn from his approach, and see how thoughtful communication can shape culture and elevate your presence in any arena.